This episode of PHP Developer TV, we're going to go and take our Vagrant box that we set up last time, and we're going to install Zen Framework 2, Bootstrap 3, and Doctrine 2 on there. This is a common stack that I use to develop, and since it's a common stack that I use, I have a little toolkit I'd like to share with you guys, and hopefully you guys will find it useful. Let's see. Let me see if I can show you. This is in Framework 2. It's an MVC framework, model view controller, and there's a lot of tutorials on what that is. And there should be a lot of tutorials on setting it up, but I just want to help you guys out. Those of you who watched the Vagrant install tutorial, and hopefully this is a good follow-up to that. So let's see. If you're just coming off the Vagrant video, or maybe you did it in the past, you should have similar setup to what I have here. So let's see where we're at. Let's see. Okay, so I put mine in Documents, Environments. There we go. And there it is. Wheezy64. Okay, so Wheezy. All right, so you should have something like this, similar to what we had before. I have been working on this Vagrant box, so it's not exactly the same. The only thing that I can think of that'd be different right now, that should be different, is what's inside the index.php. So I just put that there because I lost the default message. Let's see. There you go, guys. So that's a hey. There we go. So now we are pretty much at the same spot. We're at a pretty clean installation of Vagrant, running our PHP the way it should. So what is the next step? Well, one thing I'd really like to go ahead and take care of before we jump into anything at all is I want to set you guys up with a different web route than what we set last time in the Vagrant tutorial. That being said, it's not that hard. We will just, let's see, let's say instead of dumping all of our files here like we see index.php, right here in the middle of this Vagrant file, readme files, manifests, all that, we want to actually put all of our files in www. Okay, so we have www there. By default, that's not going to do anything. So we got to change that and make Apache look there now instead of right here in the, let's see, in this folder. Now there's a complicated, it's hard to explain in one or two sentences, but whenever we set up Vagrant first, there was a screen on there, or a section. Let me see if I can show you guys. This is the section right here that I'm talking about. You see how it says box sync folder source? What we're about to do right now is going to be similar to if you had put this there. So that's technically it'll make it cleaner for you guys. So you guys will know which files are going to be Zen Framework files and which ones are going to be the default, the Vagrant files, like the overhead Vagrant stuff. So we'll make that a little bit cleaner. So the default way to do that, or the way to do that, is to go ahead and do a Vagrant halt. Okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to change the Vagrant file. That's the thing that this thing helps you create. So we're going to change it, and we're going to set that value. Where did it go? This one right here, manually. Okay, cool. It's done. So we'll see here. We can go vim Vagrant file, and you want to look for the part that says, where is it at? There it is. config.vm.synced_folder. You want to change this to say www right there, where the / is. The second argument to that is going to be our location on the actual virtual machine. So that looks good. Let's see. We will right quit that. Then we'll do a Vagrant up. Okay. And this will take a minute. Not even that. Shouldn't take very long at all. There we go. Machine booted and ready. Having shared folders /www got mounted there. Okay, now if we go back to here, we'll see that that does nothing. So we just changed it and now it's messed up. But let's go back to here and let's see why. See, there's our index.php and our www. If we go to www, now there's nothing there. So we can take that index.php and we say move index.php to www/ like that, and then you'll see it's gone. So we can go back to www, one directory up, ls, and it's there. Now, assuming the world has not drastically shifted into a parallel universe, I should be able to click that refresh button and it'll work. And there it goes. Okay, good. Now we got you guys out of that default directory. Now you see that you're in the www folder and it's all good. You can do anything in here you want and it'll be your application. There's no additional files in here from Vagrant. All is well. Now we can get to the meat of this video. That was just a small fix. I wanted to clean that up for you guys. I realized it was a mistake after I recorded it. Okay, so the toolkit that I made to help you guys work under Zen Framework. And actually, let me go ahead and explain to you the other two technologies that you're going to be getting out of this. You're going to be getting Zen Framework. You're going to be getting Bootstrap.js. Yeah, but I guess it's getbootstrap.com. There we go. Oh, you're going to be getting Bootstrap, which is a easy way to help web developers design pretty websites. See? Let's see. It's pretty much just a JS and CSS collection that'll help you out with making things look pretty. Won't go too far into that. Let me just show you guys some of the basics so you can make your websites look like basic template. Okay, yeah, so here you go. I mean, you're not going to be able to see this, but if you go to getting started and then go to examples, you can pretty much see all the different, examples of UI stuff that you get out of using this library. Like I said, I won't go too far into it, but you'll get that. You'll get Zen Framework, and you'll also get Doctrine. Doctrine to, let's see, doctrine.org, maybe? That's not it. Let's see. Doctrine. ORM. Okay. Here we go. DoctrineProject.org. That's what it is. It's an object relational mapper. It's going to help you guys out. And we will do a tutorial on it in itself later. Okay? But just know that it's an ORM, object relational mapper. It pretty much allows you to work with entities instead of databases. You're still working with your databases, and it actually sits on top of that layer, but it allows you to program logically data entities, and it's really awesome. And all that'll make sense whenever we go over in the tutorial. But just know that a lot of people enjoy using ORMs. It's a lot safer, it's more reliable, it's quicker, and it allows for better programming dynamics, I think. So I always use it, and I always advocate using an ORM when possible. There's a Bootstrap. There's our Vagrant machine right there, and our Zen Framework. So yeah, so this is going to be easier for you guys to install than everything individually. I kind of went through there and did that for you guys. This is my GitHub page. It'll be really awesome. You guys are so great. I'm so thankful for all of you guys who watched the first video about Vagrant. If you care to do so, go ahead and come in here and follow me, and I will gladly follow you back. I would think that's so awesome. Go to my repositories. Dog is barking. Go to this right here, ZF2 base application. Okay, and it's base application, base ZF2 app with Doctrine and Bootstrap 3. So the first thing you need to do is go back to your Vagrant machine, or actually your terminal, and then we can do it from here. If you have Git installed, you'll definitely need it. If you don't have it installed, install it. It's not hard to install. It just depends on your operating system, and that can be another tutorial. But for the most part, you guys might have Git installed already. It's not hard to do so. in any case, you will go ahead and use the URL for my ZF2 base application repo. That's found here, and you can just copy that, and you will type in git clone space, and you'll paste that in there. And then and remember this is very important, space and then period, right? Because you're in right now, you should be inside your www folder, which is the root of your Vagrant application. And by doing a space dot right there, you're going to drop all those files right into it. So we will just hit enter. Okay, so it says the destination file period, destination path period already exists. It is not an empty directory. That's because we have this index here. So let's do rm index.php, and then you can press up twice, 3 times, and it'll show your git command again, and you can run that. Now that's just because git won't put stuff into a directory with contents already, and that's a good thing. You don't want that to happen. There we go, done. And hit LS. Now you have all the cool things that I have in here, which is packaged up for your convenience. All right, now the first thing you need to do is you can go over here and check it out. It's very awesome. It's actually not awesome. It's pretty horrible. It's not working. Not a bad thing. That's where you should be right now. And every time we do something small, I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like when we refresh that page. That way you know you're making progress, even if you get lost. So we should have the same stuff here. Okay? Now, the first thing you need to do is go ahead and let's do the composer stuff first. So you'll see here we have a composer.json file. And what that is that is a lot of stuff that I use to develop. You see here we have authorization tools, module layouts, asset manager, Doctrine, oh, the Zen developer toolbar, and of course the Zen framework library right there. That's pretty much all you need. Well, I mean, all this stuff's important, and this stuff up here you can either change it or leave it the same. Doesn't matter. All that really matters is this require block here. But yeah, if you leave it how it is, it's going to work perfectly either way. So you just get out of that. We're going to install Composer now. What Composer does is it's pretty much a package manager. It's going to take all those things in the composer.json and install them to your project out of the way. But you're still going to be able to use them, and it's going to be awesome. You'll see. So back to where we were. I got interrupted there for a second. Here we are. There's our composer.json. Okay. So we want to go to, actually, let's see, I'm in the www on my host machine, my iMac. So we want to go to Vagrant SSH. Do this with me. It's going to bring us here. We're going to go to cd var www. Okay. And you'll see that is exactly where we were a minute ago. Except for this is on our host machine. And we are now on our Vagrant machine logged in into the virtual environment. Okay. Now, what you'll see here is you got your composer.json. That's going to be the target thing there. The first thing we're going to do, though, is we're going to actually get Composer. So let me move this out of the way so you guys can see that at the same time. Here's the command to do so. You're just going to curl it in there like that. So it's going to be curl dash s capital S https :// getcomposer.org/installer, and then you're going to pipe and then PHP. There we go. And all settings correct using Composer. Downloading Composer successfully installed to where we want it to be /composer.far. And now it's saying use it php.composer.far. So we're actually going to do that. We're going to type in php composer.far space install according to our documentation there. And now what it's going to do is it's going to grab that JSON file, that composer.json that's in the same directory as it, and it's going to grab all things in the require section of that JSON file, and it's going to install them. And I'll show you where it installs them in just a second. This may take a minute or so. while it's doing so, let me just tell you guys are great. I did not expect the love I got on the first video. Thank you guys so much for watching it, and anything I can do to help you guys out if you guys get stuck, just let me know in the comments and I'll get back to you on that. And hopefully this helps you out in developing your websites, you know, speeding up your development. And I like to see you guys on my stuff too. So if I can get you on my GitHub or my Twitter, or just subscribe if you haven't already to this channel, that's amazing. Thank you guys so much for that. I mean, while we wait, we might as well have that small talk, huh? Okay. Move this over on this side. So while that's doing that, I mean, it may take a little while. I mean, it might take a little longer for you guys too, or you guys might have better internet connection than I do, and it might be over a little quicker. Oh, there it goes, starting to work. That's what it looks like when it's going according to plan. Okay. So just a heads up on what we have left to do while this loads and installs our dependencies is we're going to set up our virtual host and make that per what we need to make it to get Zen Framework to run. And once we get that done and we have all our Composer dependencies installed, then you guys should be good to go. But let's be 100% sure by going through it. There we go. Doctrine stuff now. And there we go. There's our Symfony process, console, asset manager, Doctrine, deval. It's just going through installing all the stuff you need. And there shouldn't be too much more. Let's see. All right. ORM module, ZFC base, ZFC user. Okay. And BJ Youngblood. There we go. Nice. We are done. Done with the Composer stuff. So what that did was that put a directory right here called vendor, and inside of vendor we can go cd vendor. You'll see it has a whole bunch of stuff corresponding to the list of stuff that was in our composer.json file. And this is all stuff that we need to run Zen Framework. Okay, so we'll get back out of that. Zen Framework and everything else. It's used to run Zen Framework and all the other stuff that that I normally like to develop with. And if you added or removed any packages to that composer.json, those files will or will not be in there according to those modifications. Okay, so now that we have that done, let's go back over here to make sure, see if anything's different that's happened. Okay, the only thing was we got a few more files there. It's good. You're going to be able to see a lot of good change whenever we set the virtual host. So let's do that now. All right, so we'll get rid of that. And let's see. So let's install the virtual host. What we'll do here is we will go to etc or etc Apache 2 right there, and we're going to go to sites available. There you go. All right, so you see you got your machine name.dev.conf. That's cool. Then you got default and default-SSL. For the sake of this tutorial, actually, let me go ahead and get you guys set up with this. Do a apt or sudo apt-get install vim, because I don't think the Vagrant machine has it by default. Let's see. Okay. And using my background. Okay, so I think I did have it. If you didn't have it, now you will. You just got to install it. And Vim is what we were using earlier on the host machine. So just make sure you have it there. And you will then go to, here we go. So you'll do a vim default, change that default configuration. And what I usually do here is I will take out all of this. So Vim's commands dd, oh, you see that? It said we were messing with a read-only file. So make sure you do a sudo vim default right there. And you can do dd, which deletes, and then dot, period is what I'm talking about. Dot repeats the last command, so you'll just get all the way through it. Okay? And then we can go back over here to our documentation for the repo. Grab this. This is the default from Zen Framework vhost setup. So we can go back to insert mode and paste. It'll put all that in there. And all you have to really fix is you can change this to say whatever you want it to be. I'll just leave mine a logo host, that's fine. Document root for us is going to be /var/www and then /public, like that. And that's the same exact thing we're going to do here. var/www/public, just like that. Okay, and that should be good. The last step you could do is, I usually like that instead of having application env, I like having a short version of that environment variable called appenv. Okay, after that you right quit, okay, and you will do a sudo etc init-d or .d init.d /apache2 reload, okay, and press up and do restart next. Alright, and you'll see, if I'm not mistaken, you'll go back over here to your DevBox web instance, and you will hit that refresh, and boom, hello, your new application is here. And that's just something that inside of this, just signifying that it's working. So you'll see that here, module, application, and view, application, index, and there it is right there. Hello, your new application is here. So yeah, there you go. Now you guys are up and running with Zen Framework 2. Bootstrap is also there. It's installed in the in this repo, so you guys are free to use it. That's under public CSS. There's the Bootstrap stuff. Oh, Font Awesome also, which is excellent for icons. The other stuff that is JavaScript Bootstrap is in the JS folder. You know, hopefully you guys get a lot of help out of using this as far as getting quickly set up with Zen Framework on new applications. Doctrine is also installed, like I mentioned, and later we'll actually go into a Doctrine tutorial using this starting repo. So hopefully that all helped you guys out. If it did, go ahead and subscribe or follow me on Twitter. I'll put all that stuff in the information section of the video. And thank you guys very much for watching and commenting and all the good feedback that I got in the first video. And hopefully I'll be able to get you guys some more of these videos at least once a week maybe. Thank you, and stay tuned to PHP Developer TV.